Hey there YouTube, it's Phantasma Knight, and we are continuing our Morgawr run of Endless Legend. I forgot to look at the Steam achievements to see what I'm going for. I'm not going for the Don't Create Land Units, I think I already failed that. Actually, no I haven't, because the only thing I made so far were settlers. But I am going to make a land unit, so we're not going to deal with that. Should have checked what I was doing before I started the recording, though. Okay, so whenever you load up the game, it doesn't show the output grid, the tile output. The game doesn't look as nice with all these numbers around, but they are useful details. I guess they're not too important unless you're seeking a location for a new city. You might see something and go, oh, that's really good, but, I mean, it doesn't seem to show anomalies. This is anomaly, right? Yeah, steel stocks. How come there aren't any images on there? Oh, okay, maybe it is an anomaly. No, it's an anomaly. It's got no image, though. Yeah, it's kind of got that aesthetic, just a lot more fantasy. Hey, didn't the tundra grass have pictures earlier? Oh, it's the crystal flowers. Wait. Why it's not showing it? Show me the steel stalks already. Okay, well, since the crystal flowers are being nice, let me read this. The delicate fronds of these glacial plants wax and wane with the sun, inspiring the study of heat. When crushed, small quantities of dust are released. Yeah, the anomalies are cool. I want to see the setting, but like in a different genre of game. Hexagons are pretty cool, but their latest game, Amplitude Studios' latest game, Humankind, blends together the hexagons more. So you don't have these like sharp edges as much. Yeah, it's a little more uniform, but you could still, turn on the grid and see everything. Anyway, that's a lot of dawdling around for the start of the video, so let's move on. Right, I saved at the end of the turn. That's a common habit of mine, and I do like doing that because it means I get all the whole insane list of pop-ups whenever I start up my game again. Okay, so we researched this creature, which means we could start doing combat in the seas, take over some of the seas facilities. I think that was also the first step of our main quest. Well, one of the two first steps. One was build a city on the coast. And this is a sea-only unit. Its class is frigate. I don't know if I'm saying that word right. But you need an exploited sea tile because it can only be on water. So while land units can get their crappy transport ships, the sea units cannot just get up and walk on land. Sharp edges, yeah, sometimes. Right, so I talked about these guys a little bit last time. The ancient Urkin beasts are stirring. As violent tremors shake the ground, frightened surface dwellers whisper that the fabled creatures may be more than just myths. Soon, one will surely break through the crust, bringing a threat and an opportunity for all Orica's races. Cool, we completed the main quest, step 1. The Morgawr have awakened and destroyed the places that held them prisoner. To continue their war for freedom, they need stronger cities and better armies. Amen to that. I had to throw a whole bunch of, I threw hero units and 3 units of militia to take on one random roaming hero unit. Morgawr breathes slowly. Panic is over, but still vulnerable. There's no hope so long as there are others, if the others are strong. Oh hey, we got some glass steel. We still need more titanium, though. Quest added. Chapter 2, to jail the jailers. Morgawr is not in chains, but is not free. Free means unchallenged. Free means unthreatened. Freedom costs. Must grow, be stronger, be crueler. Freedom is having no equals, having no threats. The fortresses threatened, built by the jailers, smelling of the jailers, run by the jailers' beasts. Fortresses must be taken, controlled, conquered, mastered. Fortresses can never be trusted. Start there, make the fortresses grovel. Never trust the fortresses, the smell of the jailers, what other creations of the jailers might be lurking within them. Morgawr rises from the waters, spies the fortresses, opens the doors, climbs the walls. Silent, merciless, cold, relentless. Sees the terror in the eyes of the jailer's beasts. Morgawr is content. Okay, so we gotta create 2 of these things. Oh, let's see. Maritime Academy. Let's see. Read through real fast. Okay, so we get 80 XP on naval units. I don't have a good grasp of how much XP is worth how much, so yeah, whatever. Still, faction-specific technologies tend to be pretty good, and I mean, I'm a seafaring faction. Might as well get seafaring technology, right? Does cost low upkeep. I mean, everything costs low upkeep. Needs exploiter sea tile to be built. Yeah, takes 5 titanium and 5 glass steel though. Don't have a source of titanium. I complained about this last time, but both of my two regions have... Oh wait, there's a glass steel deposit here. But there's no titanium deposit at all. Is this thing always here? If so, I didn't notice it. Hold that thought. Oh. Okay. I didn't get this technology. I got the open pit mines, which gives you dye or emeralds, gold, spice, wine, and none of that stuff is in my territories. Sucks. Okay, so we'll get this first, and then we'll get this. We'll probably our starting city doesn't seem to have a whole lot to work on, so we might just crank out troops and sell them in the marketplace. But we need the mercenary market first. Midoro, if you're there, how's my volume? My volume's inconsistent. And though I can go back in and adjust the overall volume, I don't think I can isolate just my voice. Not with my skills and current technology plays. The Museum Orica, in my experience, the AI don't seem to be focused on building these legendary buildings. The patch might have changed that. The Endless Legend Community patch might have changed that. Anyway, what we're doing here. Right, so we're going to be friendly with these guys, but their roamers are still going to be hostile. This could be a pain. Anyway, let's parlay. What am I missing? Return to the initial Eyeless Ones village with at least 2 Eyeless Ones units of level 2 in your army. That's the problem. These guys are level 1. Great. I'm killing their guys to give their guys experience. I don't know if this is enough, but... Right, it's winter. Winter has so many negative effects. I'm gonna lose 8 dust a turn. Can't spend it on stuff like upgrades. Militia should do the trick. These guys will probably get more XP if they get kills. They'll probably get XP just for being in the fight. Okay, let's fight manually. You could just do auto battle and just get a quick result, but this gauge can sometimes be a little misleading. Like, I mean, looking at our forces, we'll probably crush them, but it could be a little misleading. Also, I don't want to accidentally get one of the eyeless ones killed. One of my eyeless ones, I mean. How do you read this word anyway? Isacator? Don't know what that word means. Probably some kind of priest or healer. I mean, that's kind of their role. Healing Halo. Automatically heals any adjacent ally for a life amount equal to 15% of the caster's damage value. Cool. Automatic heal. And this is a directed heal. I mean, they have an attack stat. It's kind of low. And this is the hero we randomly got. I'm still convinced this guy is one of the Endless. He's got Chain Lightning. Let's see, overrides the default attack. Initiative is 12. What's their initiative? 5. Okay, odds are we'll fly over there and just slap them with lightning. And I mean, might as well get these guys into the fight. These are the 2 reinforcement points. Our militia are gonna start popping out there. I think there's only 2 militia units in this city. If there are 3, it will take another turn for the last one to pop up. The reason why our starting city has 3 is because of the... I want to say it's the Founders Memorial. Basically, it's our capital city, so it gets a little extra. Why do you have a boost? Oh, morale. When your units are close to each other, they get morale boosts. Thing is, I don't think the morale boost will apply if he goes there first. Like, he would lose the bonus, wouldn't he? Pretty sure that's how it works. Anyway, let's see. Militia 14 initiative. Huh, looks like he still has the bonus. Oh my. Right, so counterattacks are a melee thing. Ranged units don't provoke counterattacks from each other. There might be an exception. I forgot how crossbows work. These guys are not using crossbows though. I believe these are. I was gonna say they're staves, but I want to say that they're either scepters or quarterstaffs. I think those are the two weapon types that are look like the two-handed mage weapon types. This is also a two-handed stick, but that's a spear. Okay. If there's no randomness in the initiative order, as long as their initiative orders aren't exactly the same, then these two guys should move first. Yeah, the two militia. They have a slow effect. That's why this unit has a speed reducer one. Speed, this is just in battle movement. So you can only move one space, but it's fine. It's gonna smack this guy before it could do anything, and yeah, lock in place, basically. Yeah, looks good. Just gonna complete crushing. Is that enough XP though? If not, we can just keep roaming around. Although, I actually kind of want to put my troops, or I want to put these two guys in my base, in my city. When they're garrisoned, they don't take as much money to upkeep as when they're roaming around. Supply lines are expensive, yo. Okay, utterly crushed. How much XP do you have? Oh, 10 out of 30. They were at like 2 XP before. Okay, need to get more fights. Boarding vessels. Ah, God. Man, I don't remember what the... I totally forgot I had this ability. Ooh, boy. Great, okay, we're gonna need a city at some point to just pump out influence. Cat's Paw. You can take control of neutral enemies. So these minor faction roaming enemies, I could take control of them. Smash into these fortresses. I don't need my own troops. Well, not until another major faction, an AI player, takes it over. Like, I know they're all AI controlled, but I want to differentiate major factions from minor factions. And also need to differentiate roaming minor factions from those that have been assimilated or hired on the mercenary market by the other players. Anyway, babbling too much. This is a single unit. The Nydia, bird people. Though bird-like in their appearance, the Nydia are closer to humanoid than one might think. The young are birthed, not hatched, and like other advanced people, their habitats are carefully chosen for defense, foraging, and observation. What about entertainment? Wait, hold on. Are these guys picking on an ardent mage? Huh. Anyway, we can't actually get here. This is an emeralds deposit. Trading caravans carrying these dazzling green stones not only signify major mercantile muscle, but also attract the attention of wide-flung populations who travel leagues to witness their stunning beauty. They give plus fortification. As I don't rely on fortification, it's probably not too useful to me. With this patch, however, you could use fortification bonuses on fights right outside your city. You can attack them, they don't have to attack you. We went over this last time, but still, it's a nice thing to note. The community patch makes a bunch of little changes. A lot of little changes. Okay, I blanked out for a moment. I was trying to remember if I did the Empire plan. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. What did I get anyway? Oh, yes, plus science. So normally, to use a luxury resource, you need enough for... Well, the cost increases depending on how many cities you have. Use it, it gives you a boost for a number of turns. In the base game, you could just keep stockpiling. I mean, you could just stack those buffs. So you have like 100 emmos, you could pop them all at once, and it'll run for like, I don't know, 50 turns or something like that. And then even you build another city, it doesn't cost any... I mean, it does cost more, but your buff is ongoing, and the duration is not recalculated. In the community patch, using using a luxury booster only resets the duration. But they don't tell you that in game. At least I don't think they do. So something you have to be wary of. Anyway, I'm wasting too much time again. Let's see. These guys, yeah, we'll set them on. We'll keep them on industry. Once they crank out this museum Orga, if I don't have enough titanium for the industrial megapole, I'll probably shift these guys over to influence. I want influence to use that mind control ability. Let's end the turn. So influence is not a stat that appears in most of Amplitude Studios' other games. It might show up in Humankind. Right, first winter is super short. Now we have between 3 and 13 turns until the next winter. There's so many things to talk about in this game. Or Altar of Morgawr, Pearls. I did talk about them last time, and this is a pack of 7 pearls. That's a pretty sizable pack. Let's go grab that. I also gotta find some things to fight. There's a quest here. What's going on? Thunder below. Wait, no, it's this one. Tempt the roaming lice out of their lairs. Right, we need 15 wine. 15 honking wine. Good grief. Right, I think resources are in Era 2? Are they in Era 1? Where are the resources? Oh, it's in this section. It's in economy and population. Oh, that's right. The top one is military. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna need that at some point. Weird, but I'm glad you're here now, Reddit. I was going to be playing Vambrace, but I was afraid I was going to fall asleep. The only reason why I'm not falling asleep right now is because I'm rapid fire trying to explain everything and taking too long on my turns. Anyway, it turns out I need level 2 these guys to actually pacify this village, so we're going to go look for a fight. Meantime, let's grab some pearls. And they get 1 XP per turn just by seeing. Ooh, another roaming army. Dangerously close to our main city, so let's take them out. Meteor fields. Ice-covered debris from the skies of Oregon. Many strange treasures lie within these rocks, like a pack of 7 pearls. Oh, this hero leveled up. Let's see what we got. I should be able to look at this and figure out which faction he's supposed to be, but I don't remember all the faction skills. Well, let's actually look at it real fast. Okay, so plus science. Not a bad thing to have as a governor. And this is a governor skill. It's a hero skill that only is active on a city. Actually, what is this? Plus initiative on units? Could be good. Wait. I barely look at the class skills, but this is a movement boost that only applies to flying units? Man, if I had a pack of flying units, they'd move so stupid fast. Jeez, I should do that. Initiative, plus science of runes. Century Spawn haunting the ruins. Okay, this guy's definitely a unique faction. Let's see. Yeah, I definitely don't think this is one of the existing major factions. Too bad we can't rename this guy Lieutenant Dan. His army is currently named Lieutenant Dan. Hey kid, are you ready to play? Should I end this recording? It's kind of a short recording. You know, I don't need to reset this. I don't need to load from my last save point. I could just put up like a, what has this been? 20-minute video? It's just me non-stop talking, but yeah. Which is better than me constantly stopping and talking, which actually I did plenty of that. Earth Spine. Local dwellers refer to these white shards as the Leviathan Spine. Adventurous folk often scale these columns to gather the unusual crystals embedded in the rock. Would give science. And us. Of course it does. You know what, let's just get on land. And right, these, ooh, the Kasanji. So there's a faction here that looks like straight up demons. They live in fiery places, or not in fiery places, they look fiery. But oddly enough, they are not a major faction. Seeing these guys as a major faction would be cool, I think. The Kasanji generate energy not from food, but from fire. They live in cold, dry, relatively barren areas. Their form is defined by a very dense and resistant skeleton, around which energies of fire and dust coalesce. Yep, they give influence. You know what? I could use these guys. Do I want to set up a city here? They have glass steel here. They have emeralds. Let's see. I'll probably plant a city around anomalies. So here's 2 anomalies. Black Earth gives food. Exotic exotics would also give food. Also a bit of science. I could also just plant a city on top of the glass steel deposit, and that'll just give me an automatic extractor. Extractors, you gotta build them. Unless you plant your butt right on top of them. Now, let's go here and get a quest, and ooh, there's 3 villages. That's 3 groups of workers. This... Okay, there's a lot of stuff here. This might be the best spot right here, and then we'll expand out this way. Is that right? Yeah, here, then here. Then, I mean, we could expand out this way. Oh, but... Once again, I'm trying to put an inland city while playing a water faction. What the heck am I doing? But those bonuses are tempting. I could stretch the city all the way over there. It's just going to take a while to do it. Most factions are... Well, most factions are not built for building tall, I'd say, so... Rather, I mean, building wide. Well, building tall in this case actually means widening the city. Building wide and endless legend means slapping down a whole bunch of cities, running troops literally everywhere. Okay, not literally. Figuratively everywhere. I started doing it. I'm using the word literally to refer to non-literal things. New quest. Forged in the melting pot. Your strategic advisors counsel you in hushed and embarrassed tones that your military strategies have become predictable. Predictable? That's almost as bad as boring. What can you do to make your battlefield presence a bit less by the numbers and your enemies a bit less efficient? Your deputy for Imperial Diversity has a recommendation. Recruit additional minor faction peoples into the Empire, and use their unusual and often powerful tactics in your battles. Change your lineup and alter your abilities. Now there's a suggestion that might just make the neighbors think twice when they decide to send troops rolling your direction. And all the more surprising that it came from an in-law, generally regarded as useless, for whom you had to invent the job and the title. This is part of one of those DLCs, possibly a free DLC, because this whole cheeky paragraph here, especially these last few cheeky lines, they don't fit several of the factions. The necrophages can't even do diplomacy. They literally cannot, unless you make a custom faction out of them. So, I mean, it doesn't make any sense that they would invent titles just for in-laws. The bird hive would join. What? What am I looking at? The bird hive? Did they make up names for these regions? I thought they had generic region names. Have at least 4 cities with 1 population from pacified villages. So that means we need at least 4 cities. So, for anyone who's in chat and wondering what Kid's talking about when he says Mycera, we've played one co-op game, one successful co-op game together. The Mycera are the fungus people. Same expansion as the Urkins. He starts setting up fungal blooms everywhere. You'd scroll out and you would see like light green splotches all over the map. It was kind of disgusting, honestly. But since we were allies, that meant that we had sight on everything. Anyway, let's see. What are we doing? Once again, taking way too much time on these early game turns. It's only turn 17. Still building that museum. We're getting dust again, thankfully, now the winter's over. The Empire Mint's about to be built. We're still seeking out fights and dust. We're gonna be going for these guys next. Let's see. Really? It's already been 10... Well, I mean, it's early game. I was like, didn't I just pick an Empire plan? Oh yeah, we already got his level up. Population's changed. Yeah. Speaking of which, what are my people doing here? Oh, they're generating more people. Excellent. You have the game open? Okay, let me do one more turn. I like ending on the end of a turn. So yeah, for anyone watching from YouTube, this is going to be a short episode. But you knew that just looking at the episode length. And then I suppose I'll record a co-op game as well. Apparently I haven't eaten enough. I feel hungry. Oh crap! The enemy troops are running away. I'm grabbing the pearls because greed. Let's see. These guys had an annoying quest, right? Colonize the region. Yeah, we're not doing that. Let's just kill them. I can't kill them. I need to get closer. Wait, hold the phone. Oh wait, no. This is the same region, right? We need to do that quest. Okay, let's get over there and possibly kill them. Still building the museum. Dust filtration. During the summer, which is summer, there's only two seasons: summer and winter. The dust eclipse, which you will see later, still counts as summer, even though it's a little bizarre and almost like a third season in this game. Right, we're building the museum over there. They let me start building this, but it won't amount to anything. Sure, more dust, more dust. Why not? Do I? Why did I get this? Conservatory Center. Oh, I got this for the the seed storage. I mean, +5 food per worker is great, but I don't need people. The necrophages could actually sacrifice one of their population for a boost, so that'd probably be more useful for them. Also, they're not great at farming, so they actually get less food from terrain. They're meat eaters, you know. Right, we're gonna build one of these guys. At least one of these guys, possibly two of them. So it's gonna spawn over there. No, let's move our spawn point somewhere else. I moved it one space over. Okay, whatever. Need to upgrade these guys later. Let's see, what is this? Turtle. Plus 50% defense after being attacked for the first time. Lasts until end of battle. Cool. These guys look nasty. With a name like Vor, you expect them to just be a giant gaping maw. Right, greed for 9 pearls. Yeah, we're going for that. And then a couple more runes to check out. Kit is absolutely right. Free special resource. Well, you say free, but that's literally the only way to get pearls. The no penalty season, and then yes, Dust Eclipse is buffs. They had to come up with a different buff for every single major faction. Right, I keep clicking on that like I'm gonna. Ooh, the Altar of Morgawr. Okay, you know what? We'll probably end up building that next. It lets us use the right. It counts as a district as well. See, we have 3. No, that's 2 tiles. Okay, well, I mean, we'll probably end up upgrading this city. When you have 4 city tiles surrounding another city tile, we'll upgrade to level 2, get some enhanced bonuses. I don't know if we're going that far, but let's just expand out. It'll give us the resources from these 2 patches at least. Exploitation is all the adjacent tiles. So yeah, it would cover these 2. Yeah, you need the altar to actually use the altar. I previously mentioned you can unlock some special technologies here, which all cost pearls. The pearl cost adds up. Once we built the altar, we can also vote for the next winter effect. So what this means is there's going to be 3 choices. You could spend pearls to vote, and I think it takes more pearls each time you vote. I could be wrong. The effect with the most votes ends up being permanently added to the winter effects, and it would just keep getting worse and worse. Kit, I see that you're making food. Does that mean you need an extra turn? Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah, also just having more cities means you could just build more stuff. That's just more factories. Unfortunately, one strong factory isn't enough to really give you the edge over having multiple factories. Let's see, we already moved these guys. So, kid, do you need an extra turn to finish your food, or should we start playing? I think I finished this turn. The Alchemist Furnace is coming up, which means I can start building an extractor finally. We worry about getting heroes later. I mean, there's only 3 people here. We're going to really... You know what, now, let's just move them over here. Build faster. Once we pacify these 2 villages, we will just instantly get 2 more workers. This one will keep building here. Eventually we'll move them over to influence, probably. Where's my other army? I already moved them, right? Yes, I moved them. They're moving slow. I'll probably crush this village because I don't want to do that quest. Where would I even get wine? Oh, the production, yes. Okay, so we have lots of dye deposits. So wine should look like grapes, I believe. I don't have much of the map explored, but I don't see squat. Yeah, there's dyes all over the place. What the heck? I forgot if the map size affects the possible resources. I wonder if it's even possible to get wine on this map. I think the map size does affect it. I forgot to check those options. Anyway, I've been prattling on forever, but I think I'm gonna end it here for today, YouTube. So let's just save. Only did 3 turns. 10 minutes a turn, that's not good. Not this early game. And yeah, see you around. Oh, right, and I should start remembering to plug my Discord channel. Or Discord server. There's not a whole lot in it, but yeah, there's people in the Discord server. I should probably put a link to it in my YouTube profile. But it's on my Twitch profile, quotation marks. But yeah, hope you had some fun. I'll see you around. Till next time, stay safe. Goodbye.